What's going on, everybody? And I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 4 Retro in the Black Cat colorway. They retailed for $600 to $800 here in StockX, but I bought from TW costs $160, and the official colorway for this shoot is black and light. So, before we go into the details about the shoe, here's a quick look at the box. And as you can see, they've taken your traditional Air Jordan 4 box, but they've completely blacked it out. So the Dumpman Flight on the top is on the shiny black finish, and we have this black on black paint splattering on the bottom. So the Dumpman Flight on the top is on the shiny black finish, and we have this black on black paint splattering on the bottom. As for the shoes, so this is just your classic Air Jordan 4 silhouette, and it's done in this very simple all black construction. The upper of the shoe, it's constructed using the synthetic black nubuck, which feels pretty decent in hand. It's not anything amazing, but it's not the worst I've seen either. You also see that the shape of the toe box is also very, very nice. It doesn't have that boxy look tip that a lot of older retros, it has a very sleek and very streamlined look tip. On both sides of the shoe, we have these lace tabs or lace crowns, which are done in this black shimmery finish. And then in between this, and the foot of both sides, we have the traditional netting on the Jordan 4, and this is also done in black. Moving downwards, we have this triangular wing, also constructed out of nubuck. And then as we take a look at the very back of the shoe, so instead of a plastic heel cuff, this is also done in nubuck, and it's accented with this glossy June logo in the center. One thing I notice about these black hats, it's in the interior side of the back tab. I'm pretty sure the OG version from 6 had the word book had written on it. But for this year's retro, it's empty. Moving on to the laces. So these come with your standard black flat laces. And then underneath this, we have the tongue, which is covered in the same black netting that was found on the mid panels. The very top of the tongue is actually much more padded than any other 4 that I can remember. So this is one thing I wasn't absolutely thrilled about, but it's not an absolute deal breaker either. This tongue is accented with this tag, which has a Jumpman Flight branding done in light graphite. And then on the interior side of the tug, we have this Air Jordan branding on light graphite in this upside down fashion. So the interior of these Jordan 4 is completely lined in this black textile. And then as we pull out the insoles, these come with a traditional black colored insole with his light graphite colored Jumpman accented on the heel. So the upper of these black hat 4s sits on top of this full length poly urethane foam midsole. There's this painted in this glossy black finish. And then underneath the heel, we have this cutaway which exposes the Nike Air unit found underneath the heel. Flip the shoe over to the bottom. So here we have your standard Air Jordan 4 outsole. So this is entirely done in this black sea oh lord rubber. We have your typical here and going traction pattern tats found on all your Jordan 4s, and it's finished off with this white colored Jumpman right in the center. So in terms of sizing, my feet measures a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. And the closet ink sent me this pair in a size 10 overall. If you have narrow, normal width feet, I'd say that true to size is absolutely the way that you should go. But if you do have really wide feet, you might want to consider going up a half size. True to size wasn't a deal breaker by any means, but I could feel a little bit of pinching on the width of my feet. But by wearing thinner socks, that kind of took away the problem. But if I was to wear thicker socks like in IKA lead socks, then half the size, the definitely will be the better way to go. Next up, from a comfort standpoint, so nothing too crazy here, the comfort on these Black Cat 4S, and I'll show you guys how these guys look on feet. To my surprise, these Black Hat 4s actually have been selling pretty well. Obviously, this is a very simplistic and a very basic colorway. But while this can be seen in a negative light, at the same time, it's also very wearable. And it's a shoe that I personally don't need to worry too much about getting dirty, and also spending a ton of time deciding what to wear with this shoe. Is this a must-have in my collection? Probably not. But this does bring back nostalgia from the OG pair, from 2006. So let me know in the comments section down below how you guys feel about this Black Hat Air Jordan 4s. Did you guys pick up a pair? Was this a pass, or are you guys waiting for potentially these going on sale? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in my next video.